Hey,
Nyakoma.
Nyakoma, let me ask you this. Have you ever heard that, well, it's not like being in a relationship comes with a handbook. It's not like raising children comes with the handbook. It's not like life comes with the handbook. We just got to wing it. Have you heard that? Or even worse, are you one of the people who lives by that ethos and you live by that belief system? Well, let me tell you that actually there is a handbook to life and especially a handbook to love. The handbook is your culture. Now, this could really be proven if you talk to people from around the world like we do. If you in Asian culture, if you're in European culture, if you're in any kind of Semitic culture around the world, and you ask them, how do you deal with divorce? How do you deal with raising children? How do you deal with blending families? How do you deal with courting, mating, dating, marriage? They say, well, their suffix answer may differ, but their prefix answer is always the same. They say, well, in my culture, dot, 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 because they understand that culture informs your understanding. But us in the West who have lost culture, we always say, in my opinion, or I feel like, etc., etc.
And what most of us don't know is I think when we do use the word culture, it is used really casually. So we say, there's a work culture, there's a family culture, there's a sports culture. And culture, I think when we think of just the neutral word, we're thinking of the effects of culture, the symbols of culture. So if you think of culture, what's the first thing you think of? Chances are you're thinking of language, you're thinking of dress, you're thinking of maybe even location. But what culture actually is your group value system. So your group value system that comes from your nature is what your culture is. So
Absolutely.
Here we live in the United States, we are experiencing American culture. And there's a lot of different subcultures and nuances to it. But for the most part, when you move around the world, people can tell if you're from the United States of America, right? You have this American, North American culture to you. The same thing is true about love. This is why we say Black love culture, because there's actually a culture to the way that Black people are. There's a group value system, typically, that's universal. And then there's also other kinds of love culture. So Black love culture is a culture that is about sharing, interconnectedness, right? Group or alignment, purpose. The culture that we're living under right now in the United States is a white supremacist kind of culture. So this culture is more about dominating, about rulership, about ownership when it comes to love.
So if you have art and a science to your Black love culture, the art would be the why something it needs to be done, and the science is the how it should be done. If you have the art and science of Black love culture, you're going to have peace. You're going to be able to anticipate the things that come through the cycles of life and love. If you don't have the culture, you're going to be always in defense. You're not going to understand that men and women are intrinsically different, and there is a way that we harmonize styles to complete and improve each other instead of being in battle and in opposition with each other. If you have your culture, you know how to communicate and resolve certain conflicts, and you know how to select, vet, and court with a mate and commit to a mate. Without your culture, you have no purpose. You can't build a love legacy. You're at a loss for waiting until everything falls apart.
So if you want a happy, healthy, harmonious relationship that's in alignment with your nature, that is in alignment with purpose, that's in alignment with harmony, then you should book a call with us. We would love to go into some more depths about the art and science of Black love culture and to share with you how you can learn it from us.
As always, we're greeting you in peace and saying,
Nyakoma.
Nyakoma.